A sturdy oak door led out to the porch.
متى اطلع؟
So, until you came here, you knew nothing about the castle?
Didn't know, wasn't interested. I better get back on guard in case anyone else shows up.
Your father needs our help, Eva.
My father needs rest, peace and quiet. Not more of this Gnostic nonsense.
يا وقفة هاي. روح خد لي مكان.
So, what did you find out?
Not a lot. Eva thinks her father's losing it. She doesn't have much time for Gnosticism. She's never been here before. In fact, Marquez never even talked about the place. As far as I can tell, she and her father never got on. She left home the moment she could.
I don't blame her. So, why is she here now?
Marquez begged her, said he was in danger. I guess maybe I'll go inside and have a look
شو لا
around too.
نستعمل السلاح والله.
Tell me if you find anything. I'm not having much luck so far.
لسه.
The blue-colored statue was robed with a bald head and bare feet.
Interesting.
The fountain had stopped working long ago. A sturdy oak door led into the hall.
يا ساتر ياها.
It was an old, weathered sundial. From the dial, I could see that the main doors of the house
ساعة
faced
شمسية.
north.
ترى تقدر تجي منا جورج، اسهلك والله، والله اسهلك واسهل لي واريح لي
The blue statue was missing its
واحسن
head.
لي.
Only his robes and sandaled feet remained.
هذاك
The
اخضر شان.
blue-colored statue was robed with a bald head and bare feet. Like the other one, this looked a lot like the statues in Marquez's family photograph. The blue statue was missing its head. Only his robes and sandaled feet remained. A third one resembling the ornaments in the family photograph. Eva looked like she meant business.
Business is
Hello, Eva.
business.
Signor Stobart.
Please, call me George.
I'd rather not. When are you and your girlfriend leaving?
يا فشلة.
She's not my girlfriend.
I don't know what your scam is, Signor. You may have fooled my father, but you don't fool me.
Well, I can sure see where you get your manners from. I have this
Gotcha.
aftershave. What do you think?
I think you should keep it to yourself.
Eva wouldn't be interested. Cookie?
It looks disgusting. I'll pass.
Eva, meet Trevor. You don't have a problem with him?
No, my bar is full of them.
What?
She wouldn't.
Yeah. شو البار هذا؟
I didn't think she'd be interested.
زين شلون هاي اغراض كلها
Do
يخلوه
you know anything about this statue?
يعبرها بالمطار؟ شو
I've seen
غريب.
a few of them lying around. I guess the fascists smashed them up in the war.
She probably wouldn't. Here, these are for you.
I hate flowers.
I hate flowers.
I should have guessed that.
ايش كنت كريه؟
Do these notes mean anything to you?
Some old religious texts. So what?
What do you make of this?
They're sketches of my father's painting.
The artist paid for the knowledge with his life.
Figures. That painting brings bad luck to everyone who gets near it.
It's the devil.
This is your family, right?
Looks like it.
وما عرفتها البداية.
Any more thoughts on the statues?
They're just old stones.
Do you recognize this?
It's my father's medallion. He said he lost it.
Yeah, he left it in Paris. Do you know anything about it?
When I was a kid, he never let it out of his sight.
السعادة عايفة وياي.
Any more thoughts on the statues?
They're just old stones.
Tell me about your father.
When my mother died, he brought me up.
As a Gnostic?
He tried to teach me that stuff, said I had a religious vocation. Turns out I didn't. On my 18th birthday, I left home and never went back.
شنو تموت على أبوها.
Tell me about Ramon.
Apparently he worked here when he was a boy. A loyal servant, even though the family left and never came back. More fool him.
Tell me about yourself.
شو موسيقى طيارة.
I left home as soon as I could, lived a bit, and now I own a bar in Marseille.
اي بارة
That
بالصراصر.
explains why you know how to use a gun.
No, senor. I learned how to use a gun so I could get rid of vermin.
Eva was a real charmer.
الكريهة. يا هاي
What do
مالتها
you know about
الصندل.
La Malediccio?
تكره الصندل على
My
ابني.
father has been obsessed by it all his life. He thinks it's full of secret messages. I think it's a crock of
Sure you do.
أصلا يكره على ولده وعلى ابني.
Nico tells me you don't really know about Gnosticism.
Don't know, don't care. And I don't need saints and gods telling me how to live my life.
I can see why you and
خوش
your father
موقف.
don't get along.
نتفهم بس ليش تصيحين؟ ليش
So
معصبة؟
you don't know anything about Gnostics.
They're a religious sect. They belong in the past. My father's obsessed with them, and that's all I know.
اوكي. باي باي كريهة.
There was no way I was going near that goat again.
زين خلينا نرجع البيت. احكي يا رامون. رامون.
Senor,
Talk to
can we
me.
talk?
Well, I can. Can you?
What I meant was,
I'm busy.
Ramon sure was a little light in the charm department.
زين وين راحت نيكو؟ طبت جوا؟ يا اخي احكي يا ماركيز.
Senor Marquez?
Mr. Stobart?
مستر ستوبارت.
If we're going to find the tabula,
Yes?
then you will have to help.
Of course.
اي طبعا شنو محتاج.
I mean, by being totally honest with
اي
us.
صح. مو منظم علينا شغلات.
When have I not been honest?
اي قمة النزاهة انت. لجنة الانتخابات انت اصلا. حيل. كيف راح يحكي؟
Tell me about the painting.
When I was a child, I would stand here for hours just staring at it.
ها؟
Who was
خبط؟
the mysterious painter? El Serp, the serpent. And what did it mean, La Malediccio, the curse? I asked my father, but he just told me to be patient. He
من
said
تكبر ابني؟
that one day I would know everything.
من يصير شايب؟ تلبس سترة
Senor,
حمراء.
can you decipher any of the painting?
The Tower of Saints, of course. I knew it was a castell. And the saints themselves are Gnostic. You see the woman in red?
The one you marked in the photo?
She is Mary Magdalene. We revere her as Christ's greatest disciple. The rest, I don't know.
The symbol on the face, it is obviously the tabula.
But the elements around it, I don't know.
When were you last here, Senor?
Not since that day when my father was killed.
So why did the painting bring us here?
As I said, because only here in this room will its clues become clear.
إذا
Why
فيديو
is the
محترق
tabula
البيت. هي
veritatis
انتهي
so
الدين يعني؟
important to the Gnostics?
شنو الغباء؟
It is an object of immense power. My ancestors kept it safe for hundreds of years. They brought it to Catalonia as exiles long ago. In In any generation, only one Gnostic knows its exact location. My father, Xavier, was the last of these. He knew dark forces were gathering, but I was too young to learn the secret. So he commissioned La Malédiction, embedding clues to the location of the tabula within the painting.
عايش. هو اللي يعني هو جاي يرسم فوق اللوحة. ايش راح تصير؟
But
كم
what is
طبقة؟
the tabula? What does it do?
I do not know. I know only that in the wrong hands it would be catastrophic for mankind.
اه
What
يعني هو
happened back in
يعترف
Paris?
انه
We
هي
thought she was dead.
شريرة.
A man came to the apartment looking for Miss Collard. He mentioned a stolen painting owned by a Russian. Obviously, I informed him that I was the true owner.
Obviously.
ايش تقول لي؟
Next thing I knew, this thug had me pinned to a chair and was threatening to shoot me. So I told him of the Castel, and while he telephoned his boss, I hit him with the little China dog.
Guess he didn't know you were the pugnacious type. So, Eva is your daughter?
She was a gift from God, late in my life. One day she will find room for Gnosticism in her heart, I am sure of it.
So, you're the good guys?
Good and evil are meaningless terms.
كلام صدق.
We strive simply to maintain
كل واحد يعتبر
balance
الأخ شرير.
and keep the tabula from those who seek to exploit it for their own ends.
Marquez wouldn't want it. I was... Rich tea cookie?
الله عليك.
It looks similar to a Marie.
Marie, huh? Can you dunk a Marie?
Dunk? What is dunk?
يغمس يعني.
No way. You never dunked?
I don't think
كاتي ما
so.
يغمس بسكت في الشاي.
Wow. Well, here's a promise. When this is all over, I'll teach you how to dunk.
Thank you, George. I look forward to
إن شاء
that.
الله صار ينحب شوي الشاي.
Did I ever mention Trevor?
ما بقيت أحد ما قلت له على تريفر.
The old cockroach in a matchbox trick, eh?
Oh, you know it.
It's nearly as old as ferret in the pants.
I'm getting out of touch. He probably... Marquez, tell me what you know about this.
Nothing, sorry.
صار ساعة طلع الهيا.
I found this.
It looks like one of my father's statues. He collected ancient carvings.
Marquez, tell me what you know about...
Nothing. Sorry.
Nothing, sorry.
You want this bunch of flowers?
No.
ما حد يريد. ما تذبل بجيبه.
Father Simeon, the Dominican priest, was carrying these papers when he was killed.
So?
You're not interested in him?
I have no interest in priests or their papers, senor.
Take a look at this sketch.
It is the face in La Malédiction.
It was drawn by the man who restored the painting.
Then he knew of the Tabula Veritatis. What other secrets did he
هو أصلا
uncover?
يكشفها. مو؟
I don't know, but he's dead now.
هوبس.
Just as well. The fewer that know the secrets of La
عايشين.
Malédiction, the better.
تسوى حياة إنسان.
So this is you with your mother and father?
Indeed, taken in this very building many years ago.
I found this.
I remember this from my childhood.
Take a look at this.
I remember this.
That statue has seen better days.
والله راح أعيدها. بس المفروض أرجع لها غير
I
الميدالية.
think this is yours.
My medallion. Where did you find it?
It was left in Nico's neighbor's apartment. Do you want it back?
No, You keep it for now.
اقعد يعني هي شايلة
It
طول
has a
عمره.
meaning, a purpose. Perhaps you can find out what.
Sure.
طول عمره
Just
متعلق
let me
بيها
know if you
تالي.
ever
ها
want it
لا
back.
خليه يهمك عادي.
You should get back to it.
يلا بس نروح على نيكو ونحكي وياها.
It looked like this part of the castell had
Huh.
taken some damage.
تمثال
The end of the passage was blocked off with rubble. The corridor was overgrown and full of rubble. It was the lower half of a green, barefooted statue.
Thank you.
What is that?
ايش عليك؟
It's an old statue.
وين يبغى؟
I think it might help decode the painting.
I'll take a look. Maybe I can help. This door's locked anyway.
لا بعدني بدي احكي وياك. خرب شنو قصة تروح؟
It was the lower half of a green, barefooted statue. 4 statues, but only 2 belonged to the mantelpiece.
راح يلقي.
There were spent bullet casings lying amongst the rubble. What exactly happened here?
واجهات.
Large double doors blocked the way. The door was locked.
صراحة نبدي نحل اللغز.
Nico was transfixed by the painting. What are you thinking, Nico?
The fireplace. It looks familiar.
You're right. You know what?
بالصورة.
In Marquez's photo, his family was standing in front of it.
شنو هالاكتشاف العظيم؟ والموسيقى دقت وهوسة. زين. خلينا نشوفها.
The photo was of the Marquez family.
يا التمثالين.
On the fireplace behind them were 2 identical statues.
اوكي. ليش اكو 4 عندي؟ هذا ما بي قاعدة.
I had to get closer before trying that. Marquez said that the painting contained clues only a Gnostic could solve. But when it was back in this room, all would become clear. The plinths looked like they could be rotated. The plinths... The painting held all the answers. The Tower of Saints had led us to the Castell. I wondered where the other clues would take us. It was the figure of a... The figure was pointing up at a ring above him. Inside the ring was what looked like an affluent town.
ما ادري مو كلها حكينا بيها.
The priest... He was pointing...
داعي. زين شنو هذا؟
The plinths looked like...
يا اخي تمثال هنا. ايه مو صحيح. يعني يجوز مو ذولا التماثيل.
If I looked hard enough, I'd find the answers I needed. It was a Castel de Saints.
زيادة تمثال مكسور شنو؟
I needed a better idea. The green stone figure was barefoot.
اوكي جيب فنجر مخي الازرق هنا والاخضر هنا. شو يصير شي؟ جيب زين. اذا ماكو غير
زين. زين 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 زين. أول ما أدري إذا أدوس رايت كليك من يروح المكان ولا لفت كليك. أباك أكو مثل الباب جوا مو؟ ما أدري شو أسوي. هي ماكو غير هاي.
The
لازم
church
شي
clearly had a long history of demonizing the Gnostics.
الفقرة الأولى.
The first passage read, "And thus spoke the accused. In this ritual we find succor. Clad in blue, the perfecti take the form of the spiritual and look towards the rising sun. towards the tree of knowledge. Clad in green, the credentes look the other way, towards the setting sun, where stands the tree of life."
أوكي.
I wonder what that
الأزرق
meant.
الأزرق أحطه يمنه والأخضر أحطه يسره. alright alright. الأزرق يمنه.
La maledictio.
أوكي.
But what were the...
أوكي مو علاقة صار مرتين مدري 4 مرات. الأزرق زين ليش أكو مكسرة؟ هي هاي أنا الشغلة خوفتني. الأزرق يمنه والأخضر يسره. أكو المفروض حمر قال. ما أدري الحمر يجوز يعني قصد الناس. هاي الدروع توقع بيها شي. زين خلينا نكمل الفقرة الثانية. نقراها ما خلينا نقراها بس انت كده.
From the vice prefect of the Vatican archive. It said that the attached scan contained the only information the Vatican had on the Tabula Veritatis. The illustration showed a group of colored figures engaged in some sort of ritual. The blue and green figures appeared to be in control. The crowd in the foreground were colored red. I guessed it was a representation of the ritual in the text.
ايه
The
يعني
large figures looked
شكو
just
حاطين
like the
شرح العادي.
carvings on the Castell fireplace.
اليمنى شمس واليسرى مدري شنو. خلينا نشوف. يمنى شمس مو؟ ايه ايه يعني. اوكي نحن بالطريق الصحيح. سنشوف الفقرة
The
الثانية.
second passage read, "And all shall know that the light of knowledge is blue,
Is blue.
and that the light of life is green.
اوكي.
For thus was the light of Eden, both blue and green, intertwined with the light of man to become pure." Knowledge is blue and life is green. Well, that was good to know. I wondered what color was the light of man.
لايف الأخضر هو الحياة والأزرق هو المعرفة مو؟ يعني مكتوب قدامي. أنا ما أنتبه على كتاب عبالي مكتوب اللاتيني. هاي شنو؟ طلع إنجليزي. لايت اوف نولج اي صحيح. شنو معناها؟ شنو القصد؟ أنا شنو الايتمات اللي عندي؟ عندي فتشي له علاقة بهالأشياء. يعني مثلا يجلس هذا حياة. ما أدري. أنا شغلة التماثيل مكسرة شوي حيرتني. شوف الفقرة
The third
الأخيرة.
passage read, "Pure light, white light, pure light will win." So it was written in the old texts, affirmed by the Tabula Veritatis. And these were the accused's last words. Interesting. There was more about light, and somehow the Tabula Veritatis had a connection. Simeon would have known what it all meant, but unfortunately, Simeon was dead.
الضوء الأبيض. شنو معنى الضوء الأبيض؟ وين نلقاه؟ سنة ماركيز مالت الأخ.
Senor Marquez? Are you sure you don't want...
I told you that
شلون العاد؟
the words of a Dominic.
مم.
Nico and I are risking our lives for you. You really can't tell us anymore?
Truly, I do not know.
Anything else about the painting I should know?
I keep telling you, I don't know.
بابا شنو ما تعرف؟ قول لنا ترى ما نحلها والله. ماكو بطلنا.
You should get
يلا.
back to it.
يلا يا خلينا نروح البيت. يلا نيكو مشي. مشي هذا مو صوتشي اللي يساعده. يلا لا شي عاود روح.
Hey, Nico.
الكاميرا ترجع
Are you sure the statues are
تقدم.
both in the right position?
مفروض. سالمين. ما ادري. لحظة.
I put
والأزرق.
some statues above the fireplace, but it was hard to tell if they were the same ones as in Marquez's family photograph.
شنو؟ لحظة. هذا نفس الشكل عبالك.
On the fireplace behind them were two identical statues.
ما أعتقد واحد بيهم هيجي. اثنيناتهم من هذا. هذا يعني مجرد خدعة.
The statues were facing outward, just like in the Marquez photo. I waited with bated breath for something to happen.
حلو.
Nothing.
يعني نديرهم على واحد الله.
The plinth seemed to be locked in place.
What? ايش صار؟
What
بالشانس.
is this?
ما ادري. هذا شيء دا عدله شيء.
Staircase. I never knew.
مبين اكو شيء جوا غير
I don't have
بطفيته.
much time.
شنو؟
Stairs. Always stairs.
Oh my God, look at this.
يعني المفروض يمسك نفسه هالشبابيش اللي برا على شنو موجهه؟
George!
لك.
What's this?
شكلوش عادي. what's this؟ جورج انحصر بعد ما يطلع.
That sounds familiar.
Wolfram, I curse that name forever.
I curse you.
What do you know about Wolfram, Senor?
Wolfram, I spit on the name.
Phew! I spit on you.
So you have lived here for a long time?
All my life. My father served here before me. In fact, he named me after Senor Xavier's favorite saint. Saint Ramon, patron saint of
هذا عايش على مود السيد مالته.
That's nice.
Not really. The Moors put a padlock through his mouth.
Oh, I see. Well, I
ويني؟
guess there's a
أصله
lesson
حلقة
learned
بقفل.
for all of us. What is Wolfram?
It was a mining company run by a murdering swine called Galen. In the Civil War, they backed the fascists. In return, Galen was given soldiers to do his dirty work. They came here, brought their bloody war to this house, and killed Senor
ليش؟
Xavier.